Yes.
Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Roochdore, Kilmore, Marillaba, Birdsville, Liverpool, Wallaville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathround, Proserpine, Naldala, Darwin, Ginger, Nilliquin, Muckilla, Wallumbilla, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramakilla. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
Enough mucking around with that, because we are going off to, I guess you'd call it, I'm going to say central New South Wales and probably offend Alex Kate. Alex Kate, Langfield. Alex, good morning to you in Young.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Would you call it Central West? Is that what we call it?
It's southwest, south slopes.
Okay. So sort of around the Cowra, Grenfell, that kind of part of the world?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So we're about 2 hours northwest of Wagga.
Okay, yep.
40 minutes south of Cowra. About 4 hours from Sydney.
Now, we before we go any further, we do need the score in the game that you're watching.
Oh, I'm actually, if I can be honest with you, I'm in Wagga currently watching a netball game.
Okay, who's winning?
And we are currently winning. So
We being Young?
we being Temora, actually.
Oh, okay. Now, who's the most famous football person to come out of Temora? I'm looking at Rob Cameron.
I've got no idea. Should I know?
Do you know who it is, Alex?
Look, I'll have to be honest with you. Only up until a few years ago, I wasn't much of an AFL supporter, more of an NRL person, but I'm starting to learn the game.
Excellent. A chap called Luke Bruce comes from Temora.
Oh,
And when I was there recently, I was sitting in a cafe having coffee, and he came over and said good day, which was good. There's another bloke, his
It's the other way
teammate.
around. You and over.
Well, it might have been that. There was another bloke called Isaac Smith who plays for your club, also
Yes, he
comes
does.
from Temora. But that's okay. Alex, we're not here to talk about football. We're here to talk about Young. Tell us about Young. What goes on in Young?
Well, Young is, what I would consider a regional centre in our area. So it's actually grown quite considerably in my lifetime. Obviously, it's known as the cherry capital of Australia. So
I never knew that till today.
we have some beautiful cherry orchards throughout Young. So cherry season is from October through to January. And there's lots of activities that goes on during that time. You can go and pick your own cherries and experience that firsthand. There's the Cherry Festival, which happens in December. Big parade down the main street with all the schools and whatnot getting involved. There's heaps of things that goes on in Young. They're known as the Lambing Flats. Back in the 1860s when there was a gold rush that sort of came through Young, and so we've got the beautiful Chinaman's Dam, and there's a big Landing Flats festival that happens every year to celebrate that historical part of Young.
So do people go to Young for a holiday? Is that what you do? Because, I mean, as you said, you're 4 hours out of Sydney. I'm guessing you're more like 5 hours out of Melbourne, 6 hours out of Geelong. Do people go there for holidays? Is that what they do?
I think it's becoming increasingly more of a tourist area, definitely, particularly throughout those summer months. We see a lot of people coming through to experience the beautiful cherry blossoms throughout spring, which, you don't see a lot of throughout sort of other parts of the Riverina and Central West Slopes. So, it definitely is a place that you can come and experience sort of rural life. There's some beautiful homesteads that you can stay at surrounding Young and experience what it is to live on a farm and, have some cows and some sheep in your backyard.
Yeah, nice. Hey,
It's a beautiful part of the world.
and I'm not just saying this because I was up there in January, and we don't normally do promotions for local businesses because we're a community radio station, but the Pasta restaurant midway down the main street on the right-hand side as you're going away from the roundabout, outstanding. Can I say that?
Yeah, we have got some beautiful restaurants in town. We've got Elliott's, which is one of the a la carte areas that, you can go and have a beautiful dinner meal. And then, we've got a very multicultural sort of society there. So there's lots of beautiful Lebanese restaurants, Italian restaurants, some the Indian restaurants there. So, you sort of get to experience a whole lot in Young.
I've got to say, it's a beautiful part of the world. I had not been there, and I did a little road trip there, and obviously the floods had been through not long before, and so there was a bit of damage on the roads and stuff, but I visited places like Temora, Wyalong, Port Forbes, Cowra and Grenfell, and ended up in Young one night. It's just a really nice part of the world.
It really is, yeah. We've got a beautiful main street that's, it's just 1 kilometre front to back and plenty of roundabouts in between. And so you can just park your car at one end and walk the whole main street there and back. And
Stop at the Italian restaurant for lunch.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Little beautiful coffee shops. There's some gorgeous sort of outdoor beer gardens and stuff like that you can sort of sit around and have a chat and enjoy the scenery. So.
And it's coming back to me now, the bakery in the main street.
Yeah, well, there are a few now.
No, the big one. You know the one I mean. Hey, we've got to get going because Rob's gone to the other studio. That's why he stopped talking, because he's got another program coming on after this show. But great to chat to you. And, of course, we're going to do a shameless plug for the new podcast, My Birth Year, of which you are going to be a guest very soon.
I sure am, yeah.
Look forward to chatting to you then.